It's your boy Swayyvo. You already know what's going on. I need everybody to tap in with C&P Network. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's be a family. Let's tune in. Let's go.
What's happening? What's happening? Back again for another episode of Verified with Cornell the Shooter on the C&P Network. Y'all already know the deal. If you hadn't already, hit the subscribe button, the like button. I guarantee you're not going to regret it. All right, let's get to the business.
Let's go.
I have a very special guest here today. Look here, I'm sitting down with none other than Swayyvo.
Let's go.
Brody, what's happening?
Hey, bro, what happening, bro? I'm happy to be here. Thank
Man,
you.
it's a pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure. Actually, bro, this has been a long time coming, literally. I actually hit you up at the beginning of the platform, bro. You are a busy, busy man.
Hey, bro, we running.
But
We gotta go.
I'm glad we're able to make this happen, bro. So this is what I want to do. I want to get everybody adjusted to who you are. And then from there, I'm gonna hit you with the hard hitting questions. Cool?
Let's go.
All right, bro. Where exactly are you from?
Okay. I'm from Tennessee, Chattanooga, the east side of it. East side Chattanooga. So I gotta describe it in a way that people who tuning in understand what I'm saying. So Eastside Chattanooga is a certain place. Very popular in Chattanooga. Eastside Chattanooga consists of, so I am from Riverside Drive. Uh I'm from Riverside Drive. That's where my granny stayed at. That's where my mama from. That's where we grew up at. Riverside Drive. But I used to walk around the corner to Woodlawn's. Down the street is Cityco. That's what we call it. We call it Cityco. You know what I'm saying? So the Woodlands, yeah, bro. We from that area of it. That's where I used to go at. I had an apartment out there in the Woodlands. Bro, we gonna talk about that. We got to talk about that at some point. At some point, we got to talk about that.
Dick, go for it now.
But yeah, yeah, cause that's deep, cause it get deep there. It get deep there. But yeah, bro, all around there.
Dig
Yeah, that's where we going.
Okay. What's a memory from your childhood growing up in Chattanooga?
A memory from my childhood.
Yep. Good, bad, negative, positive.
Oh, I got so much good stuff. I don't have a lot of bad stuff. I remember my 10th birthday was very important. Uh, that's when the PS2 first came out. I think I was the first person with it. I think I was the first person with it in the country. That's how fast I got it. I think I
Okay.
got it. I think I got it. I My mom pulled up in a limo. She wasn't even there. She wasn't even nowhere around. I didn't even see my mama for a minute. It was a limo pulled up. I run out and it's all my friends in the backseat of the limo. And that's when limos was cool. Limos not cool now. They niggas pulling up at everything else. You know, everything else. It could have been a Sprinter van, and it would have been cool. But
Right.
back then, you big dog status
Of
if you had
course.
a limo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had the limo, and I just remember tossing the football in a limo as little as we was, but we just young, we teen, and we in a limo. You know what I'm saying? So I always I a lot of my younger days, I just remember me being by myself.
Dig it. And why was that?
Say it again.
Why was that?
Uh, to be honest, I can't. I don't really know why. I know what I remember. I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a lot of cousins like running around. I didn't have none of that.
So when you say by yourself, you're not saying from the perspective of without parental guidance. You're talking about like without friends and
Yeah, without
okay.
friends, without like a whole bunch of like a lot of people grew up with like big families, and I have a big family. They are in Kentucky though, so I have a big family. But like as far as Chattanooga, I have my auntie, Cynthia, my cousin Cynthia, I have, what I'm saying, my mom, I have my sister.
Right.
As far as family, as far as the like blood, I don't have much. I got my uncle Morris, you know what I'm saying? He lives in Chattanooga, but he came from Atlanta. I
Right.
don't I don't have no family here in Chattanooga at all. It's just really me. I've always felt like it's up to me.
Dig it, dig it. So, with that being said, is it safe to say you were raised in a one-parent home?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's always been me and my mom. We
Right.
always hit the road, but my mom was just such a G. My mom just different. She like a lot of people interpret man and woman like being just so polar opposite. Like men are logical and women are emotional. I grew up with the same in one household under a woman. My mom is one of those rare ones where she just has always been very logical. She always told me exactly how it was, so I see exactly how it is. I don't cut no corners. You can't get nothing past me. I look at everything.
Dig it. You said your sister. So, is that your only sibling, or do you have more
No,
siblings?
I got this sibling on my mom's side, Jada. That's my sister, and then I got Willow and Bailey on my dad's side. So I got three. No, I got three sisters.
Dig it. So, what was your relationship like with your father growing up?
Growing up,
Yeah.
that's a specific question. I mean, I always felt like that. I always felt like that's my boy. I always felt like we was tight. I always felt like I could tell him anything. I just didn't. I never felt like always had the opportunity to talk to him how I wanted to talk to him. So I would. Uh, I hate to say it because I have my respect for him and how much I really like, bro. Like I like, but you have my verbiage.
Yeah.
That's how I talk to him. Hey, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You see him
I love him.
more like a comrade than a father.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. That's bruh. That's
Gotcha.
bruh. I mean, he like the tightest bruh though. He like the upper echelon of bruh. He like
Right.
you cannot cross bruh in front of me and feel like I'm not gonna do nothing. Like I like bruh, but like I think I always felt like I'm big bruh though.
Okay.
I'm big bruh though.
Is that stance come from your dealings with him as an adolescent, or is that something that you know now adult?
Now, definitely now as an adult. So you did, like I said, you did ask a specific
Correct.
question. So as a child, I always thought I thought he was great. So I thought he was great, but I didn't have a standard to judge by. So you think everything is great when you don't have a standard. So in my defense, I'm unsure of how to answer it because I didn't have a I didn't have an idea of what standard. I didn't know what but now that I'm older and I know what because I'm a father
Right.
of two.
Right.
I understand what a father is supposed to do, and it's like, dang, the things I'm doing for my kids, I never got that. But I can't discount my dad. That's Hey, bro, he my favorite person.
That's deep.
Yeah,
That's
he
deep.
my favorite person still.
That's deep. So, with that being said, you say he's your favorite person. Y'all have a good relationship now.
Yes, he called me often. He called me often, and it's like he don't even have to, and I be throwing back every time he called me, cause I'm like, at the times where I don't really need you. Like at 31, I mean, how old are you, bro? If you don't mind me asking a question. How old are you?
I'm older than that.
I'm older than that. Okay, well listen. At 31, you don't really feel like your daddy presence or absence really got nothing to do with how you move. You know what I'm saying? But I have found a way to calculate that in, bro. And I have a different relationship with my daddy, bro. It's been a long time coming, but it came.
Right.
So I don't count it no difference from anybody who grew up with their daddy. I guess that's what I'm saying. I
Dig it.
calculate it no different because I know what it mean out here to be a man out here, bro. Us men, bro, we be. Hey, bro, it's hard to be us, bro. When you got kids and stuff, you still want to do you. You still, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you get to a certain age where you've been a geek, and then you come into a certain age where all of a sudden everything you ever known is popping now. Oh, your family got all this land. Oh, you're so sexy. Oh, okay, well, bitch, I've been sexy since. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so now that you know, it is what it is. I just understand different. I understand different. So I never counted no strikes against my daddy for his absence or presence. I just understood what it meant for me. That's how I took it.
Dig it. Dig it. So how was Swayyvo in high school?
Mm, I feel like shit. I feel like I was a geek, really.
And you say that because
That I'm glad you asked that because maybe I feel like that because I didn't have a lot of friends. I feel like I wasn't like popular or nothing like that. I don't feel like I was the hottest commodity growing up through school. I feel like I have always, that's what made me who into I am. I'm glad you asked that. Cause I always did what I wanted to do, whether it was cool or not. I like Dragon Ball Z. I like anime. I like different stuff. I always did. You know what I'm saying? So my friends was always into different stuff, and they always would connect on different stuff. And it's like, okay, well, y'all got the same stuff I got, so y'all growing up the same way as I did. I just always liked different stuff, so it's not like. I'm glad you asked that because now I'm thinking about it. It's not like I grew up in a way where I was removed from everybody else. We were very much one and the same. We grew up just alike.
right,
You know what I'm saying? All my friends were from Kemp Drive. All my friends now are still from Kemp Drive and the Woodlawns and you know what I'm saying, everywhere. That we still all connected, but we like I was always protected. I don't know why. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't really even all the way know why it is. I feel like they saw something in me that I didn't see in me at the time.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like they understood me.
Now you said that from a perspective of protected. Is that you were protected physically? That you're choosing protection, or people around you was protective of you?
People around me, man. So listen. I think this was around my 20 ages. My 20 ages. I came back to Chattanooga because I lived in Kentucky for a while. So I came back to Chattanooga. I stayed in a house on Brandon. It's on Cameron Lane, Kemp Drive. So everybody know what Kemp Drive is. So you know what I'm saying, like, and then all this. And so, but I had Crips, Bloods, GDs, Vice Lords, anything you could name came to my house to record. I'm sure anybody who know me know exactly what I'm talking about. They'll be in there at the same time. Any and everybody came to record me because I was an engineer producer. I rapped, but it's like the camaraderie. Hey, bro, you can come with me. So let's just knock it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just these was bros. You know what I'm saying? So like no, I never felt counted out or nothing. I just felt like that they was like when we come to Swayyvo house, all this extra shit, it don't matter when we go to Swayyvo house.
Dig it.
That was my house.
Gotcha.
Anybody who know me will validate this. When we go to Swayyvo house, bro, it don't matter what happens on the outside round.
Dig
But
it.
when we at Swayyvo house, this is a safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like Sw- Swayyvo not own none of this. Swayyvo trying to create.
Right.
and people could just be themselves. People didn't feel forced to be. That jump so deep right there because I feel like people become products of their environment. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? People become people become products of their environments. And it don't just because they're a product of their environment don't mean that they have to necessarily be what their environment produced. You can like create your own aesthetic, your own character, your own person. I feel like and it's like unless somebody tell you that, you don't know you can be that. I I I always knew that, but it become reinforced when all these people that could have said, Swayyvo, we need you over here. They refrain because they just saw people just have always seen what I was on. They always seen I that's why I say I'm protected. I always felt like I was protected by my ancestors. I always felt like I was protected by the people around me, like my family, and and everybody I connected myself with. They always seeing a level of me like you different, bro. You don't got to be like all this. Listen, let me tell you, bro. This what we doing, bro. When I come to you, this one I'm on, and everybody came to me for the same reason. So when they came to me and they seen somebody that they didn't like, they never felt like, oh, I gotta handle business right now. They always knew that now is not the time, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, ever since Riverside Drive, bro, we talking about so long ago. I'm 31, bro. We talking about 28 years ago. You know what I'm saying, bro? We talking about, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro, like people have always kind of seen where I was headed.
Dig it. Dig it. Um, I actually interviewed one of your old classmates, Jay Woods. Uh, in his interview, he said you're the one artist that he has never worked with that he looks forward to working with. And the question was asked, and he could have answered mainstream, independent, local, and he's named you as that one artist that he's never worked with. You know he's a videographer. Uh, he also said that y'all were in a band together. Uh, do you have any memories of you and him in the band?
Yeah.
Give me one.
Hey, bro, Jordan has always been like the top. He like my favorite musician. He played mellophone. So he started out on saxophone. He started on saxophone with me. He was under me as far as saxophone, but he was like in a lower grade. I think I was already I became drum major in my senior year. I think 11th grade. He was like one of my saxophone players. No, 10th grade. He was like one of my saxophone players. It had to be in 11th. So 11th grade, he was one of my saxophone players, and I remember he didn't stress about learning his music. He always learned his music. So it's like, bro, he like turned into. I always saw something different in bro, cause he how serious he took. You can't never judge a person off of what they doing right then as if that's the end all be all for them. You got to judge a person based off of how hard they go about what they doing. And if they apply that consistency to anything else, the realms they would go to. So I always had that mentality though. So when I first saw Jordan, I always knew whatever he did, he was gonna take it. He was at saxophone, went up levels. He went to mellophone, the best mellophone tiner ever seen to this day, bro. They never seen nothing like, bro. Never seen nothing like, bro. I promise you he ain't touched a mellophone since then. That boy on to bigger and better things. He don't care. He don't care about that. But I promise you he touched that mud, he make that mud sing, bro. He different. He different. He don't even know. I don't even think Jordan know the talent he got. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he know. I don't think he know. But he took that jump to he took it to so now we try to reconnect But he busy, I'm busy.
Yeah,
He
y'all
out of
both busy.
town, I'm in
Right.
town, leaving town. When you coming back into town, we just like hit. But I promise you that's coming. I promise you that's coming, cause bro, that's inevitable. That's bro.
Well, I'm gonna say he could have named anybody,
He could have named
and he
anybody.
named you.
That's deep.
I'm telling you.
That's
I'm
deep.
telling you. How would you say being a part of the band affected your high school experience?
It turned me into a leader. It
Okay.
turned me into a leader. I don't take no for an answer. It also let me know like what people think is cool and what people think is popping and stuff like that don't matter, because the band wasn't even cool, bro. Everybody in the band got judged and like talked about. And I hate even talking about, because that's such a like a small, that like me being in the band is such a small I I can't say it's small, because it was a big impact, because like I said, it turned me into a leader. So this band talk is what turned me into not taking no for an answer. You cannot tell me that something cannot happen, because through band I was able to see that a person who could not read music, okay, niggas Nick Cannon, okay, like I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot tell me that something can't happen, because as soon as you tell me it can't happen, I'll turn right around and do it. So band was like the pivotal moment in my life that let me know, like, okay, bro, what you see out of life, you can literally have if you reach out and grab it.
Dig it.
Band was that pivotal point.
Dig it. So did you graduate?
From high school, yes. From high school, yeah.
Okay. Did you have any aspirations to attend college, or did you attend college?
I went to college. I had a full ride scholarship to Tuscaloosa, to Stillman. Um that unfortunately that was the same year they had some type of storm hit the school. They had some type of budget cuts, bro. Like
Dig it.
I'm 31 now, so I don't really remember like all the nuances like how I should, because I moved on from that. It damn near immediately, because that school was not necessarily something that I necessarily wanted to do. I just felt like that was the next step.
Gotcha.
So I
Gotcha.
don't really remember all of the things of why it went wrong the way that it went wrong. Uh, but I went to Chat State for a little while. Um, yeah, I went to school. I went to school for psychology and music. It was something dealing with music. I went to school for psychology, and then I had a minor in like music, something like I don't even know, bro.
Dig it.
It's
I dig it.
yeah, bro.
You said you went there. You had a scholarship. What was your scholarship for?
For music, for band, for
Okay.
the band. The
Did you
band
know
gave me a full scholarship.
Jay Woods had the same situation?
Yeah,
Yeah, he went to school with the college off of a
yeah,
scholarship. That's what's up.
yeah. We. I mean, those people used to come through Tyner. Those people used to come at a certain time of year and do the scouts. I never could read music, but they were always impressed by the fact that I could hear it and
Mhm.
play it. They were always impressed.
Gotcha.
So you do have to, even being a direct band director, you know, you have to know how hard it is for somebody to just hear something and then play it back to you.
Gotcha.
This person has an understanding of their instrument. It don't matter how difficult the music is. If they can hear it, remember the melody, and I can whistle it back to you, I can promise you I can play it. I can just I don't have to finger through the notes. I don't have to. I'm a weird. I'm an anomaly to like music. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it.
I always been like that though.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Um, so you being multi-talented, I want to cover both aspects of your music, from the production and beats, also, to actually being an artist. But we're gonna start with the production first. While you were in the band, was your goal to at some point take the things you learned as far as music and put that with your music production, or was that separate? Was that band was this, but
Nah,
you didn't mix the two?
no, I hated band. I hated band. I mean, so I had a dedicated parent, and that's turned me into a dedicated parent. It's so hard to talk about this stuff because it sounds so bland. It sounds so bland, but I gotta tell the truth, bro. So I gotta give you the truth, bro. The facts are, bro. Somebody gave me something, bro. I didn't want to play saxophone. I wanted to play drums
Right.
or trumpet, even. I ain't even like saxophone. I just asked my mom, like, bro, why you want me to play saxophone? She was like, the girls like the saxophone. I was like, listen, I had the little fro, I had the little cone head fro too, cause I slept on it and then wake up and then pick it out.
Right.
I went to school with the cone head, bro. Niggas was coming with the double leg dickies.
Right.
That's what we was wearing.
Right.
I had Dockers. They
Dig
was
it.
wearing polos when they at Chapman's.
Dig it.
You understand what I'm saying,
Dig
bro?
it.
So it's just the way that I came into it. Like I never, it turned me into who I am now because everything I do now so cool, bro. I'm the coolest nigga around me, bro. I don't think it's a nigga cooler than me,
Dig it.
but it's because you can't tell me. You can't tell me what's cool and what's not because I literally watched y'all try to be cool and everybody who was cool in school, everybody who did what they was doing in school, bro, and I watch what they doing now, bro, and it don't equivalent.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying, bro? The names don't mean the same. When you say Swayyvo, it just mean different. You know what I'm saying? It just mean so it's like she was right. She was right. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. That's why I respect my mom so much. Can't nobody tell me nothing about my mom's. Everybody asks me all the questions about my life, and I always end up talking about my mom, bro.
Ain't nothing
Like
wrong with
it's
that.
like ain't nothing wrong with
Ain't
it.
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm not messed up with it, but I'm just starting to realize. I realized growing up as an adult, you know what I'm saying, how influential she really is, bro. And it's not just me because it's people who trying to catch up to me. And it's like, if y'all only knew where my mama at mentally, y'all would shit yourself.
Dig
Cause,
it. Dig it.
cause she just so she just I can't even explain it. I'm one of the lucky ones because I grew up in I could have been a product of my environment. I chose different because I knew different, and everybody don't know different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those blessed ones. I'm just one of I always knew everybody around me knew I was one of those blessed ones. No matter where I got to, I just always had options, and everybody don't got options.
That's real. Well,
That's real.
shout out to mom, right?
Shout out to moms, bro.
Um. So, at what point did you decide to start incorporating the saxophone in your beats, and what led to that?
Maybe it's recent, really. That's like a new idea. Incorporating the saxophone with the beats, with the music. That's like a new idea. I guess like within the past like 2 years, 3 years. Now keep in mind this out of 20 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Out of 20 years, the last 3 years because I was kind of like fighting because it was like I honestly didn't understand why people didn't take me as serious as they was taking the other people because it was like my influence was so much greater. My influence was so much greater. It was like I was getting so much more money. I'm like, why y'all not understanding why this is over here is so important? But they over there on what's cool, but they're not making no money. I always I think that's leading into this segment that I want to talk about so bad, bro. I think that's leading that because I can't even focus on the question because of how you asked it, bro, and what it made me think about, bro. It's like I always kind of wonder why?
Let me ask that question that I feel like you want me to ask. Being from Chattanooga and being an artist that comes up in Chattanooga, what kept you? Because the music on a local scale uh, often mimics, the streets, the hood, the struggle. Uh, because that is something that's awfully found here in Chattanooga. What kept you from jumping on that wave and presenting yourself and your music the same way that other artists from Chattanooga present themselves and present their music?
People want the money, and the money not in the hood. The only way you're making money in the hood, bro, is if you're selling something that's gonna put you in jail. It's either you got being a street nigga, bro. Listen, bro. I swear to God, and I hate that I say it because it sounds so corny, but I gotta say it, bro. On any platform, I gotta give the truth, bro. The fact is, bro, you only got two options being a street nigga, bro. You either die in the streets or you go to jail. I was blessed with other options. So I chose other options because the people who chose the option, I had too many niggas, bro. Rest in peace, Tato. He died right outside my house. You know what I'm saying, bro? I always seen this. I always seen it. It was in the same situation as anybody else. I was just aware of my options. So I wanted to know where the money was coming from. How they getting money? Then I found out how they getting money. I had to list out the ways that people getting money. How they getting money? Streaming, okay. You're only making $4,000 per million streams, if that, because it varies per platform. So you're only making $4,000 per million streams,
Right.
if that. I'm like, okay, all right. I got a couple songs at $1 million. All right, well, that's not. I cannot live off music and live my passion if I'm betting off streaming. I gotta make accommodations.
Right.
Okay, merch. Okay, I can make $1,000 a month off merch if I'm consistent.
Right.
That's and now that's not a good month. I'm not talking about good months where I have a show and I sell out. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm just in the streets and I be like, hey bro, you got some money? Yeah, bro, it's in the car. I'm talking about that.
Right.
Get me about 1,200, 1,500 off of merch a month. Okay, that's one way. Sync licensing. Then I realized, okay, if I sync my song and I sell my song to a person, or I sync my song to a person. Sync licensing is when so every brand, well, we got TheC&PNetwork, we got Yamaha, we got Yamaha right here. So anytime Yamaha does any type of advertisement, they have music behind the ad. That person is called a music supervisor who syncs that song with that ad. I need those relationships. Those are the relationships that I need. That person with that job title, I need to be able to email them directly.
Right.
I created an email blast to these people, stocking up emails. Every month I send up same songs or different songs. I don't care if it didn't get used. I know it. I know you didn't see it because if you saw it, you're gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna build a personal relationship because that's more important. If you can start a dialogue with these people first, you in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, anyways, long story short, off sync licensing, where you make $4,000 per million stream, I can make 10 bands for a song I never released. I can make 10, have made 10 off songs I never put out. The game is rigged.
So you say you have done this before?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And anybody who know me for whatever they know me for know exactly what I'm talking about. They have seen me do these things. I mean, shit, bro. I mean, you just pulled up with. I mean, let's have a conversation. You just pulled
Right.
up with me. What the interior look like?
Right. It's legit.
Red leather, right?
You're right. It does.
Okay.
You're right. Now it's legit. It's legit. And it's legit.
I work for myself.
Dig it.
I work for myself though, as an
Rolled around. We
artist
rolled around and everything.
in
Shout out to us.
Chattanooga.
Right.
In Chattanooga.
Dig
You
it.
know what I'm saying? So it's like I just don't want people thinking that they have to pursue the industry anymore, bro. Like we just passed the industry talk. Everybody know what's going on with the industry, bro. I just don't want to talk about the industry anymore. I don't want to talk about getting signed and signing deals no more. I wanted that too.
Well, you said, and we're gonna get back to this after
Go
this
ahead, go ahead, go
question.
ahead, go.
You said in one of your past interviews, you said artists need to stop trying to get signed. What exactly do you mean by that?
Um, everybody sees the infrastructure falling. So everybody knows about P. Diddy. We're not gonna talk about that. I don't really necessarily care to talk about that. But as a result of that, and or not as a result of that, all of the CEOs of major labels are stepping down. It's over 300 CEOs outside of music that are stepping down, and that shit it didn't happen until what's going on right now. And that leads a person to think that it has been a lot of shady business and people are trying to change and redirect their business. So I just uh I just feel like people shouldn't be trying to chase that money because that money is fickle and it doesn't even really know where it's coming from right now. That money is moving around. And you will be put on the shelf faster than you can blink. I think that we're moving into a direction of direct to consumer. I think that direct to consumer is we're back to selling mixtapes. So everything that if you're in Chattanooga or everything that Mob the Pimp was doing, we back to that. We are back to square one. We back to putting yourself on the shelf to sell. You don't necessarily need to look for no faces to come and help and save you and invest in you. I don't think that this is the time for, if you are a serious artist who is not up to weight like how I am. I don't think that now is the time for you to be looking at the industry for help. I think that now is the time for you to look inward, understand your brand, understand what you're selling, what are you selling, and put that on the shelf as quick as possible because nobody cares about you, bro. Nobody cares about you. Nobody's clicking on your song because you say, hey, I have an album dropping on October the 19th. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You gotta make them care. Why do they care? And you gotta find those ways to connect to them. You know what I'm saying? Like we're back to that. We're back to that.
Dig it. Now that you got that out, we good. We're gonna proceed. Uh, Production and making beats. Uh, Back in 2015, you actually did some production for YGTUT's Preacher's Son. Uh, you played the saxophone on two of the tracks, Privacy and Living on the Sun. Uh, First off, how did you get to know YGTUT and how's your relationship today?
I got reached out to by um at the time he was K Tovin. Now he's Tiggy. At the time he was K Tovin. He reached out to me saying he needed me for sax on a project. At that time I was just very open to just working with whatever. So I didn't even know that the situation I was getting myself into at the time. So I get around, I play on the song, it goes, I see what happens with it. Um And just as a result of that, I just always figure like, okay, well, we probably I gotta figure out how to word it. We should work together more is basically where I was at with it. We should work together more. And we did. Um and to this day, we still locked in. We still locked in. I literally am in a text thread with his manager, Shuey, currently.
Dig
Like as we speak. Like nah, they still bros. Utmost respect for bros.
dig it. Um, so what was that experience like? 'Cause we're talking 2015. This is a young Swayyvo.
Yes.
What was that experience like for you to be that young and get a placement like that?
I literally thought I was out of here. I thought I was out of here. I thought that if even back then, I felt like I was always wise beyond my years. I felt like if people had of not had any ego, that the situation even today would be different. I think ego always gets in the way.
Elaborate on that.
I think I think people
Who's people?
I think everybody involved in the whole situation. There's not a person excluded, including myself.
In the situation.
In the whole anybody involved with Preacher Son
Okay.
could have done their due diligence to make sure that everybody who was involved in that project was um was cut out strategically and effectively and appropriately. That didn't happen because people didn't know the business. So it's not, so I gotta say what I'm saying. The reason why I'm pausing is because I don't want to necessarily place blame, is because people don't always believe in a situation or think that a situation could become what it becomes when it gets to a certain level.
Right.
People don't calculate that. It ends up that way and people get to scrambling. Like, oh snap, what do we do now? That's more so what it was. So
Dig it.
I am mature enough to acknowledge what it was. It's not like somebody cut people out intentionally. I can never say that. It's just because people did not think that it was what it was when it was.
Dig it. When you say cut out, you mean from financials? You mean from credit?
Oh yeah, all of it. The whole nine. The whole nine. We didn't know. We didn't know. We was just niggas creating.
So no split sheets were done.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Swayyvo had a big impact because aside from the two songs that you're talking about on the intro and the outro, Swayyvo also played keys on that.
Okay.
I we didn't know nothing about split sheets then.
Gotcha. And that's
We didn't
that's
know nothing.
that's common.
We didn't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel no type of way because because I got into a place to where I learned from that and was like, I gotta send out split sheets.
Gotcha.
We gotta get on split sheets.
Learning
You know
space.
what I'm saying? We gotta, hey bro, I learned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I learned. But yeah, I don't blame nobody, but what I do know and what I will say is I want artists who or anybody who is looking at this, I want people to know that when you any situation that you are involved in creatively, you cannot sell yourself short and think that, oh, I just want to create and see what happens. I want you to do that because it's important. And I would have never went through the situation if I didn't look at it that way. So it's important for you to create your art as art, but from the very beginning, take yourself serious.
Right.
Take yourself serious. Yeah, one thing about black folk, fam. One thing about black folk, bro, we don't know how to do business, bro. We don't know how to do business. We black folk do not listen. I play saxophone. I do a lot of weddings. I do a lot of weddings. So them folk who be paying me for these weddings, bro, they'll pay me a bunch up front and then pay me on the back end. As soon as I walk in, it's paid, bro. Black people do not do business that way. That's what we try to black people look at you like, you're gonna do what you said you're gonna do. And don't play. You said you're gonna be here. All right. It's 12:01. You know what I'm saying? You said you're gonna be here at 12. It's 12:01. Okay, where you at? This how we act. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it.
You know what I'm saying? We want to be slow to play a front end, and then when we slow to play a front end, somebody book our date because they professional like me, because I haven't dealt with this. I book a date, somebody come in like, well, I want this date. Okay, well, this is your date, and this is when I need the deposit. They don't pay the deposit, somebody else book the date, and then they look at me like I'm unprofessional. No, I'm not unprofessional. I gave you the date that the deposit was due. No, what I'm saying is black people don't know how to do business, and it becomes painful because I be wanting to work with my people and people who look like me,
Right.
but that's not the money, and I have mouths to feed.
Understandable. Completely understandable. So in 2020, you will land on Sy Ari da Kid's album, It Was Written. You were featured twice with production credits for playing the saxophone. How did you end up working with him?
Oh, wait, how did I meet Sy Ari? I know I was at Doppler Studios a lot. I know that I was at working through Doppler Studios. Shout out my boy Lucas. Shout out Mark Gianni. Because they was the one who shout out to bro. Okay, so those were the guys that put me in position. So I don't remember exactly how I met Sy Ari, but I know he ended up, however I met him, he reached out to me for some saxophone on one of his albums. I think it was Aria. So you say it was written. I think
It was
it
unwritten.
it was unwritten. It might have been that. I remember Aria. I remember I played, so I may have played on that one and Aria, but I remember the project that I played on was called Aria.
Okay.
And it was named after his daughter. His daughter's name is Aria, I believe. I don't know if I'm putting too much business out or not. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that was the project I was playing on.
Right.
But I met him through Doppler Studios. I was in Atlanta. I was back and forth between Chattanooga and Atlanta, and I was really just trying to make a way. I ended up bumping into bro or through Natra. That's really what, bro. My boy Natra Average is a goat, bro. He a goat, bro. I got quite a few plugs that I use in Atlanta. Um, and they look out every time. They look out every time. So I don't know if I be saying too much. I'm raw, real, and true, bro. So
Hey,
I don't know
ain't
if
mad at it.
I don't know if it be saying too much by like name dropping and stuff like that. But at this point, bro, I don't care, bro. I'ma show love where love is due, bro.
Right.
These
Right.
boys definitely love it. And my boy Maine, MV. I don't even know how you spell his name, bro, off the top of my brain. His name is Maine, but the A is upside down, so MVINE. MAINE. So but the A is upside down, so V. So MVINE. My boy Maine is he plugged me with a lot of stuff. So I worked on Luke West. I worked on a lot of Dreamville stuff like yeah, Luke West, Earth Gang, ASEAN, anything attached to since the 80s. Since the 80s is like pardon me if I'm misspelling, but it's like an imprint of Dreamville or whatever that is an imprint of. They're an imprint such as Dreamville, and Dreamville use they got some type of cahoots going on. I'm not really sure how it goes. Somebody can correct me if they see it and they want to correct me or whatever. But that's a very tight knit. Since the 80s and Dreamville they are very tight knit in everything, the whole nine, bro. They just like very tight knit, and I got in close with them.
Right. It says since the 80s, it's a record label, management, and publishing company founded by Barry Johnson. The parent company is Universal Music Group.
I met Barry. Barry is Barry is good folks.
Right.
So Barry is good folks, but I didn't know it was an imprint of Universal.
Right.
That's what I was struggling for. I'm like, I'm really not sure what they're an imprint of, but I know that them and Dreamville work together very close knit. That there's a very close knit situation.
Right.
So
Dreamville, one of the distributors is Universal Music Group.
that they're very close knit.
Right.
They're very close knit. So I went into. I ended up being at a session at Doppler and
Right.
bumping into J. Cole, walking out of a session.
Got
I
it.
didn't say nothing because bro was humble
Yeah.
and he humble. I just let him hit, bro. He taller than what niggas think. I'll tell you that. He taller than what niggas think. But niggas stand like 6'2" or some shit, bro. It's some crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Yeah. It was weird. It was like, oh shit. It was like, oh, okay, this is what we doing. Okay, cool. Cool. No pressure. No pressure. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Doppler is one of those places, bro, where I definitely ran into Sy Ari in a place like that, or I came across him in a place like that. I don't quite remember because it was so long ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still text bro to this day just on some. Hey, bro, can you? I got questions. Can you?
Dig
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Relationship.
But, bro, you gotta do that. You
Dig it.
gotta do that.
Dig it. Later that year, you would get another big time production placement on K Camp's Kiss 5 album, on the song Friendly, which also featured Young Blue. How did that placement come about?
My boy Natural. I just brought him up. I sent him a loop that I did. I played keys too, so I played keys on it. And then I got my boy Martelli to play guitar. I got my boy Jared White to play bass. I put some drums on it, tried to make a beat out of it, and it was good. But at the same time, I know how to get the placement. I stripped the drums, okay, and I just left it all music. So I just got me and my boy. It's just me and music. I got us looping. It was like I think about 4 minutes long. I sent it to my boy Natural, and next thing I knew, I got a call like, "Hey, bro, this what's going on." I think a week after that, K Camp posted it with him and Young Blue vibing. I'm like, "Oh, niggas not playing." Oh, niggas not playing. This is what we doing. I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." So yeah, bro, I do. Yeah, I knew it was up. I knew it was up right after that.
That's what's up. So did you meet K Camp? Did y'all politic any or?
Yeah. He got a studio, Rare Sound. I went to Rare Sound a couple different times. I think it was just two. I think it was just 2 times I've been Rare Sound. The first time, then initial time I went, and then the second time I went, I was there with an artist named Asian, and we actually worked on a record. Um, but yeah, I have met K Camp multiple times. I don't think he would know me by name. I don't know. He might because I got his number, bro, and I be sending him stuff and he'll respond. So I'm sure if somebody says Swayyvo to him, he'll know who I'm talking about.
Dig
But
it.
I don't necessarily hit bro up on like, hey, this what I'm trying to do. What's up, bro? And then he
Right.
be like, hey, bro, let's get to it. It's from afar, but it's close. I don't know how to explain
I
it.
got
You
you.
know what I'm saying, bro?
I got you.
I can hit bro up if it means something to him and he's seeing it. I'm sure he will respond. I'm
Dig
sure
it.
he will respond.
That's the
But
best way to put it.
yeah.
So do you prefer producing for other artists or yourself?
I prefer producing for myself
Dig it.
because other artists. I'm a musician, bro, and other artists they're so cookie cutter. They looking for like artists be looking for what's hot. Artists be looking for what's popping, and I don't care about what's popping. I be trying to make good music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you say what's popping, you mean just initially when you first hear that beat?
Whatever's trendy. They
Gotcha.
be looking for,
Gotcha.
I want to sound like this nigga. Oh, I want to sound like whoever they think is popping. Boss Man D-Lo. I want to sound like, or a girl would sound like, I want to sound like Mulatto, Sexy Red, because women pop right now. I want to sound like Cardi B. I want to sound like, you know what I'm saying? People want to sound like somebody. I never came into it wanting to sound like anybody. I never came into this wanting
I
to
don't think,
sound like a
and
person.
I think you accomplished that because I don't think you do.
I don't sound like nothing.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Right. You sound like Swayyvo.
I have my own instead, but at the same time, what make that so uncanny to me is people won't be wanting to sound like somebody, but I come out and I sound like me. True enough, I don't have the success that a lot of big artists have, but I live off music, off of my own brain.
Right.
That's what made me know that the game is rigged because I don't chase trends in order to make now what I will on social media. I do like those reels where I'm a social media influencer. I'm like a social media guy. So I know what's about to get popping before I get popping. As
Right.
far as the reels are concerned, I know the format. I know how to format something to make it pop off and go into the millions of, you know, so I know how to do that. I know I could tell an artist literally how to do it. I could format some content for them and say if you do this for a week every day, I promise you'll touch a million. I know that I can do that. I know that I can do that. I'm more of a business guy than even like a musician these days. Like I live off music, but I know
Right.
that I'm more on the business side than anything else. I know that. You know, so I could pop off somebody's social media without a lot of thought to it. All I gotta know is what you're trying to sell and who you're trying to sell it to, and
Right.
I could get you there.
I mean, you went viral on your own social media
A lot of times.
frequently.
But what people don't know is I don't work jobs now, but when I was working jobs, I was working social media jobs.
Right.
So I'd take somebody's social media and turn them into like a viral, like it would like I would have posts to go viral and people would wonder why I was going viral and they would post the same type of content and not go viral.
Right.
But it's the how. It's the how. It's the how you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, it was stated in a previous interview, uh, piggybacking off what you just said, uh, that one of your fondest moments in your career was waking up one day and realizing you're living off of your passion. Uh, at what point did you reach that level where you no longer had to work for an individual that you literally could live off of your music?
Uh, dang. Uh, so I say I'm like 4, 5 years in to not having to work,
Mm-hmm.
but I will counter that is what I want to, because I don't want to sell a dream.
Right.
When you are an entrepreneur and you understand how money work and you understand how often you get paid off of certain things, you start understanding the ups and downs, and you start be able to understand the ups and downs. This is not universal. This is the calculating the ups and downs at the same time period. I can't tell you when it's up and downs. I can't tell you that. So that makes it not universal. But what is universal is that if you are an entrepreneur, there are times when you're balling and there's times when you like trying to get by. Anybody who's an entrepreneur understands that these are the ups and downs that you have to deal with. So I realized that I could sustain being an entrepreneur when I was able to be able to calculate the ups and downs. I know that when it get hot outside, I have rooftops events, I have weddings, I have outdoor events, I have so much to go by. I know I do not need a job for at least 6 months. A job cannot pay me what I can make these 6 months. If a job cannot pay you to me, that somebody may disagree. To me, if you can calculate 6 months ahead and know that a job can only get in the way, you're an entrepreneur. Either a job cannot help you. I realized that through these next 6 months, not only am I booked pretty much solid, I have a lot of rocket points, but they will fill themselves in. But I also know that for 2 hours of my time, I can make what it take somebody a week to make at a job. Then I realized, I'm like, okay, there's nothing, I don't need to wait on somebody to pay me. I need to take myself more serious. That's why, and really, and you know what, and that sound good, and that's accurate. But it even days before that. So look, I'm gonna tell you a story. So listen, I so I found out. So this was, I was living on 708 Northmore Road. I was on Cameron Lane. So White House is on the corner. I used to live right there, and in that house, I started dealing with some folks that put me on a new perspective. Man, bro, I don't know if anybody ever went to any festivals or like, but festival drugs will turn you into something else. They'll turn you into something else. These not over the counter. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about opioids and stuff. That's stupid. Okay, I never recommend that. That fentanyl, bro. I'm like Future. I done lost a bro to fentanyl. I would never recommend that. I do not listen, bro. I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. I am not going to vouch for shrooms. I'm just telling my story. Bro, I took shrooms and it took me to a place to where I started recognizing what my purpose was here on earth. I recognized that a lot of even though I had kids on the way, I was able to establish early that our kids, I'm a dad now, not a mom. Our kids are not our purpose here. They're our reason for being better, for being better people, for being the best version of ourselves. They're not our purpose. God did not put me here on earth to take care of my kids. He put me here to tell the story that I'm telling to you, to make the music that I make, to play the saxophone how I play it, to produce the beats that I, to speak to the crowds that I speak, how I speak to them, because people are not organic anymore. People are fickle and they make up, you know what I'm saying? They make up who they are. They try to put on some type of persona, you know what I'm saying? And I'm totally against that. So I feel like that's my purpose, to be like a real entrepreneur who really got it out the mud, but also to stand for something. I established purpose very early. You know what I'm saying? So, man, bro, I done said so much, bro. I done forgot the question, bro. But cause, bro, this is the stuff that people need to know, bro. This is the stuff that people need to know about Swayyvo, because this is what makes me different. This stuff that I'm talking about, this is literally what make me me, and why the community changes based off of how I how serious I'm able to take myself in a moment.
Dig it. I want to talk a little bit about the music collective that you're a part of.
Okay.
Trifecta.
Okay.
First, who all does that consist of?
My boy Mike Larry, he work at the Dream. He work at the Dream, but he big, bro. My boy bigger than that, bro. Hey, bro. Mike Larry, big dog, and then Cinnamon Townsend, big dog. Phoenix Productions. That's a squad. But also got like a add on. Sade Covington. She one of them. She like one of my biggest supporters. Can't count her out. She part of Trifecta for sure.
Okay, who's exactly she?
She like
So like you said, she's a supporter. So
yeah, she support me, and I don't plan on her going nowhere.
okay, okay. Uh,
That sound deep. I'm sure we'll get into
it
it.
did sound.
I'm sure we'll get into that. I'm sure
uh,
y'all stay tuned. You better not click off, cause we gonna get into that right there. Cause I ain't scared of y'all.
dig it. So how did Trifecta form?
Uh, so man, bro, honestly, there was a point where I got tired of doing this by myself. So all the accolades that you ever seen me a part of, I kind of like had to muscle that myself. I had to introduce myself to people. I had to rub shoulders. I had to, people always, you need a team, you need a team. I was always against that because I feel like you got to believe in yourself
Right.
before anybody else believe in you. And I took myself more serious than I felt like anybody else took me serious, and it didn't take for nobody else to take me serious until I took me serious. So I was definitely a one man band for plenty and plenty of years. But then I realized I need some help. So I went into, it was a place called Home Plate. I think it was called Home Plate at the time. I met my boy Mike Larry. Then we chopped it up. The following weekend, I came back. He was doing the same thing. I was like, "Hey, bro, um, I want to holler at you about a proposal." He obliged. Like, let's do it. He came with Cinnamon. And I was already connected to Cinnamon because I'm in a car club. I'm a public relations officer over a car club. Now, at the time, she was a president
Gotcha.
over the car club. I wasn't involved, so I just came in. So I met her. I met her as a president over this car club, and they had did like a car show together. So they kind of came as a pair. So all of us linking up, bro, and then we realized how compatible we were. It was like, oh yeah, we finna do something with this, and did. We planned 6 events. Hold on, I held up 3 because that's what we did. So wait, we did 60. We planned for 6 events. We did 3 of them.
Right.
They owe me 3 more events. we on them. We talking. We got a meeting Wednesday. We finna do that. We finna do that. We got more stuff coming up for sure.
Dig it. Dig it. So what's the long term goal for Trifecta?
We want to reestablish what it means to be event coordinators in the city of Chattanooga. Chattanooga has this problem with its bigger artists and bigger entertainers to where when they find bigger opportunities, they leave Chattanooga. We want to facilitate events to let people know that they don't have to leave to get what they want out of Chattanooga. We want to be able to get to a point where we can do it more consistently, but we're still learning. We're still learning because Chattanooga is a very hating city. Like they don't. Chattanooga will support you until they feel like you're doing better than them. Chattanooga really don't like supporting the underground. It's weird because they support certain stuff. I even living here as long as I have, I haven't been able to put my finger on exactly what it is that but they want to see you grow up from the trap and talk about the trap, and they want to see you go through trap shit, but it's like you cannot provide for your community if you're going through trap shit. They don't coincide. Business and the trap does not coincide for long. There comes a time where you gotta choose. And depending on the time when you choose determines on when your motherfucking ass get indicted and have to lay down. And here comes a new nigga who think they finna do what you did and gotta lay down. It's like this revolving door. And Chattanooga is so willing to support this revolving door. And what they fail to realize is, damn, this nigga Swayyvo been here. the whole time. They're trying to put niggas on game. They're trying to put niggas on game about it. It's like, I get it because, I mean, I seen the same stuff. I seen the same stuff. It's not like I'm oblivious to what's going on. You know, so I understand it. I can't judge it. I understand what it is. But at what point do we rise up and realize that we are the conductors of the culture and nobody can tell us what's popping? You make yourself popping and you don't need no white man, Jew man, if I can say that on camera. You don't need no person. I'm going to say that. You don't need nobody, bro. I have to say it, bro, because it's so important. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that if I talk real, it sounds as if I'm like, what do they call us? What do they call us if you say anything negative about a Jew? They call you, they call you, they
Cinematic?
anti-Semitic.
Anti-cinematic.
Anti-Semitic is what they call you. It's like I hate that they have that leverage over us. But that's one of those things that I'm talking about. And for those reasons that I'm willing to talk about it is why Swayyvo will never be able to get to those certain levels because I am not going to act like these levels don't exist. I know good and damn well what the fuck is going on, bro. Like I know what's going on, bro. It's just so obvious. Like we know what's going on, bro. They string us up by our bootstraps, bro. they buying us easy. They buying us for the cheap, bro, and we selling out because a nigga ain't never had shit.
Now, so I'm in the same book you're reading. You talking about signing a deal, like a record label, or what are you, like what are you speaking on day? And
Ooh, good question. Primarily yes. It comes in different forms.
okay,
Primarily yes. When you sign the deal, now this is for the people who are able to read. One thing about black folk, we don't like to read. So if you one of them black folk who don't read, then you will fall for anything, and that's who I'm talking to. The black folk who know how to read, bro, that it becomes nuanced then.
right.
But when you don't know, when you are a black person who don't know how to read, you will sign anything that has a number on it that you have never seen before. When you sign those papers, you become a brand.
Right.
When you become a brand, you become just like this ivory silk right here. This you.
Right.
But just like I got you right here, this block of ivory silk, as soon as you do something stupid, I'm gonna cash out an insurance policy on you and grab another block of ivory silk that look just like you. You don't mean nothing. You be so talented. Be so sure of yourself. But just like I just tossed that nigga, as soon as you get wrong and think you finna buck the system because you made some money, I'm gonna go and grab another. Matter of fact, I wanna switch brands. I wanna concise. We on expo markers now. That's all I'm saying. I'm a concise. That was too much. It's too bulky. It's too heavy. It makes too much noise when it hit the floor. I don't like it. It costs too much. I think I want something lighter. I think I want something a little bit more, something more useful. I want some more. I think I'm gonna use these expo markers now. I'm gonna switch up because I decided to switch up depending on how much you value your situation is determined on how you try to renegotiate your deal. It's like it becomes so nuanced. Everything is about who you know. So what you're able to negotiate depends on who you know and how you know them. That's why everything that's happening in the industry is happening now because it depends on how you know. You feel what I'm saying? Everything is about what you know and how you know them. So I'm just saying, bro. Like I just don't believe in the industry right now.
Dig it. At one point in time, you had a deal on the table from Motown.
Yeah.
Was it this knowledge that you're presenting now that prevented you from signing then, or what prevented you from signing?
Oh, I was a nigga who knew how to read. I could read.
Dig it.
I could read. It was just more so people they were talking a certain amount of numbers for a certain amount of years for a certain amount of things, and I just knew that I do not need engineers. I don't really need it was basically the wrong deal. It wasn't that they were necessarily trying to do what I'm talking about to me. I don't think that. I just think they handed the wrong person the wrong deal. That's what I think. I think they handed me an artist deal, and I'm not just an artist. I produce my own music. I have
Okay.
engineers, and I engineer my own music. And when I came back to try to negotiate different, I didn't have the leverage because these labels want to see numbers.
Right.
The problem is numbers can be fabricated and fluffed. So I asked them on the phone, I'm like, so what you're telling me is if I was to go and buy $2,500 worth of streams and send 2 songs over 1 million, you guys, within this month of time, within this 30-day span, within this 60-day span that you're talking about, that I would be eligible for a deal? And the answer was yes.
Seriously.
I'm buying streams. They're not real.
That's what I'm saying. Seriously. So you was told by a major record label, Motown, that if you were to
By
purchase,
A&R.
they're still a part of Motown, correct?
Okay.
Uh, Motown A&R,
Okay.
that if you purchased fake streams in the long term, it'll help you.
I like how you answered the question. That it was a lot more short than that.
Okay.
The question was, so if I was to come back to you in this conversation tomorrow and I had 50,000 monthly listeners, you would sign me? And the answer was yes.
Right.
I recognized. So first of all, what I do want people to know is 80% of major music artists have bodied streams. Okay, this is not like something like Swayyvo is just saying this, like, you know what I'm saying. What I'm doing is all I want to do is pull back the veil.
Right.
All I want to do is let people know that if you want to live off your passion, it's possible, and you don't have to sign to do it. That's the message.
Well, but even with the fake streams, even with the percentage of artists that are currently successful on a higher level in the game, the platforms have software to weed out the fake streams. It's just there to fluff up the number. You know, us as humans, we'll say, well, there's 1,000 people listening to this song or 1,000 people watching this video. I don't want to miss anything, so I'm going to check it out. So that benefits the already established higher level artists because they're
It's
not
how you do it. It's how you do it. It's not like one company sends streams to your song and
right.
they can calculate where that comes from. That's not how that works.
Okay.
It's more so where I'm trying to think of a scenario that I actually know of so people can understand how this actually works. So let's say I'm a company and I have, okay, so have you ever heard of a streaming farm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they have a bunch of,
Bot computers.
okay, so we've heard of that,
Right.
but it doesn't necessarily work like that anymore. There was a time where it worked like that,
Right.
but the new age doesn't work like that.
Okay.
It works more like I have trying to think how to put it. I'm trying to remember exactly how it was quoted to me because any information I give is given to me by the powers that are involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and you can cut any of this and get to the point when I figure out exactly
You're good.
how to put it. These people will because it's so nuanced because it works depending on the artist. So that's why I'm
Right.
trying to give more of a general to where it fits so people understand correctly. Because I don't want to give no false information. That's for
Well, of
sure.
course. Of course.
I don't want to give nothing false. People have a bunch of different ways that they can fluff your streams.
Correct.
They can give your song to a company that can send bots to your page and fluff your streams that way. But in order to come from different places, they have a way of fluffing your streams from a bunch of different directions
Okay.
to where it fakes Spotify or it tricks Spotify into thinking that it's coming from a bunch of different directions. So they have a way, how whatever way they choose. And that I guess that's what I was trying to get to. They have a bunch of different nuanced ways of how they can trick the algorithm because it's all a computer. If you can think better than the computer, then there are ways that you can make money. So these people have ways and they are ahead of the game as far as tricking the algorithm into thinking that you are getting these streams and you're actually not. They
Right.
have a bunch of that they create. So I was told to create an AI character or alternate character, drop a bunch of beats unnamed under or named under the person that I create, and they would send streams to this person, and I would reap off this person. And if they collapse this person, I would still be intact.
Wow.
So it's like an LLC. It's like I'm an LLC. Swayyvo is an LLC. So if they, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you create a person and you make money off that person and that collapse, you still, you know what I'm saying? You still, this is basically, this is the vibe that I got off of what was being said to me. And I just felt like that was, against what I was on.
Dig it. Uh, with that being said, let's talk about your upcoming album. Uh, I'm not late. You are. uh, that's dropping this month on the 19th. What can we expect from this project?
Uh, I know that nothing on this project is like anything that you've ever heard before. I know that I cannot be compared to anything. I'm not late. You are is basically me saying that you cannot put a time limit on me. There's a lot of times that, especially in our genre, you know, country and rock, none of these people be 50 and 60 years old still performing. But
Right.
for some reason, hip hop has this cloud over it to where we feel like after you pass your 30s you shouldn't be rapping no more, you should get a job. And I don't understand why we feel that way when this is the only thing that we have in America that really actually belong to us. I don't know why we are so willing to just pass it off because a person becomes of any type of age. I don't know why we have that when it's literally the most pivotal thing in entertainment, period. You are not selling entertainment if it ain't got nothing to do with somebody who look like us. You're not selling entertainment if it don't got nothing to do with the culture. The culture. It don't have nothing to the United States culture. They look like us.
Dig it.
It look like us. That's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for us to have something like hip hop and for us to be able to pass it off just because a person becomes of age, you know what I'm saying? I disagree with that. But I'm not late, you are. It's like I'm Swayyvo. I have been doing this for so long. I'm gonna keep doing this, and some people will be like, Swayyvo, I don't know what keep you so motivated. I don't know why you keep doing what you're doing. I don't know why you don't just go and get. Hey, listen, bro, it's not my problem if you didn't come across it. It's your problem. I'm not late to this. I've been doing this, been making money off this, been happy off doing this. If you just now found out who I am, it's not my fault. I'm not late. You are. You're late.
Dig it. Dig it. So, bro, how many tracks is on this project?
I have 14 so far. I have 14 tracks on this so far. It could be 15. It could be 15, but I have 14. If I don't get it in the next 48 hours, bro, I'm gonna upload it as is because of the, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to get this out because it's not, for me, it's not necessarily about blowing up off of this project. It's more so about creating a new standard for me, myself, and music in general in my city. And I want to hold people accountable. I want people to be able to play any single song off this project and be like, dang, I want to make something like that. I want to set a new standard. I know for a fact nobody in my city ever made nothing like any of the songs like what's on this project. I know that I'm setting uh a new standard artistically. You know what I'm saying? People like what they like. But artistically I'm setting a whole new standard. It's more like what is he saying? How does it sound? And from song to song, can I just let it play? And it's from the people that I've sent it to. I haven't gotten any people that's just been like, I don't like this.
Dig it.
Not no song,
Dig it.
no song.
Um, any features?
Yeah. I got Bryant Taylor from Nashville, brilliant singer. I got Bendy from Chattanooga, brilliant singer. I got Johnny Balick from Canada, brilliant singer. Producers, I got Junior T, also from Canada. He's what is it? Jesse Reyes, tour DJ. Um, I got it's so much. Um, I got my boy Ella Rans. Ella Rans is from Chattanooga. He don't got a lot of music out, but in my opinion, bro, he's probably the best artist to ever come out of Chattanooga ever. I never heard nothing like bro. Bro is really brilliant. He just sleep on himself. Sometimes, bro, we get complacent and we get sleep on ourselves.
Right.
And we don't think we are as good as we are, and then we just be just trying to nail more nails in a machine than what it needs. You know what I'm saying? So if bro ever watches this, I want him to know that this is really how I feel. I want him to know, like, bro, like wake up, bro. Wake up, bro. Just put it out, bro. Put it out, bro. I don't care how it sounds, but just put it out, bro. You can't miss. At this point, you can't miss, bro. Put it out, bro. Ella Reyes is a genius, a real live genius. Man, I got Cinnamon Townsend on here. I got my boy Mike Larry saying something. So trifecta, they saying a little something that's
Dig it.
on that back there on that back there song. That's already out, so y'all can stream that already. Y'all can
Right.
stream back there. That both of them on there. Uh, Man, bro, I think that's oh Chris P, Chris from the house.
Dig it.
So from the house, you know what I'm saying? So Chris P on there. I think that's about it. I kept it very concise on, you know what I'm saying, features and stuff like that because I needed people to know that I write and produce a lot and engineer a lot of this.
Mm.
You know, I am a stickler on it, but still.
Dig it, dig it. So you said official drop date is
October the 19th, 2024. We outside, bro. Hey, bro, this if you like good music, this not the club boppers. This is more like the when you hop in your car, bro, and you finna go on a long drive, you just pop it in and let it play from 1 to 0.
no
Hey, bro,
skips.
I promise you, I promise you don't skip nothing.
I believe
It's on that. It's like that rideable. It's like
Dig
that. And
it.
I'm finna spark something. I'm finna
Dig
yeah, that. It's
it,
that. Yeah,
dig
it's
it.
that for sure.
Which method do you feel is easier for you to express your creativity? Is it by producing and making beats, or is it actually being behind a microphone?
I think it depends on just what I'm going through.
Dig it.
I think it depends on what I'm going through. It can go either way.
Dig it. Okay. Um, from conversations we've had off camera, it seems you take pride in being self-efficient. When it comes to your actual career, you speak frequently about not having any type of form of management, and just being yourself. Is that by choice, or if the right person comes comes and presents themselves, will you trust them with your career and accept them to be a manager?
Oh, you asked that a little bit different. I was finna say yes, and then you was like, "Oh, would you trust them?" And it's like, honestly, nah. I don't trust. I do got trust issues,
Right.
but I'm definitely open. I'm definitely open. I'm only by myself because I feel like nobody ever really believed that I would become what I become and who I'm finna become. I only am alone because I felt like I had to be. If anybody took charge and be like, Swayyvo, this is the way you need to go. Do you understand? Look, this is how I need to go. You need to go this way. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you
Right.
go this, then month by month, we're going to calculate this. And if somebody was able to do that, bro, I would be open ears. I'd be open ears very easy. I'm very easy. I'm a good listener. I'm very open-minded. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm also not finna play that shit because you're not finna tell me I can't because every time I come across a person and be like, okay, you can't do both. I'm like, but me doing both is literally what make me who I am.
Right.
You gotta find a way how to market me as doing saxophone and rapping what I do. That's the hard part. If you can't do the hard part, then just like pick a lane and you want to market that out. I still work with you, but just market that out of me and just choose a lane that you feel more comfortable. Don't tell me that I can't do both because I'm doing both in front of your eyes. That's why you came to me. Cause Swayyvo do both.
Dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
Dig
So yeah, but I'm open now.
Dig it. Project Pat. You've had the opportunity to get a feature from him on the song Off Rip back in 2019.
Yeah.
He recently became an ordained minister. What's your thoughts on that? Did you see that?
I have seen that. And I think good for him. I think we need more of that. I think we need more of people who are preaching certain ideologies and certain lifestyles. I think we need more of them to get more realistic. I think we need more of them to put people on truth, love, and light, bro, more than the opposite, because we got enough of everything else. I think people like Project Pat doing what he's doing is a pivotal point of the industry if it pays attention. But I'm glad that you brought that up because obviously you're paying attention, but I haven't seen much of that. I think that's a big deal. We're so worried about P. Diddy being indicted. We're not paying attention to the fact that Project Pat is an ordained minister.
Right. Right.
Project Pat, dog. Or ordained minister is crazy. Mr. Don't Play is an ordained minister is crazy, okay? That's crazy to me.
Right.
To me, that's crazy. I feel like that's something that, especially out south, we should be paying attention to. Like, hold on, wait. Why? We should be asking why. And I don't feel like we have enough why. So I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked that because I'm in full support. And I'm hoping that and we just need Juicy J to do the same thing. I was playing, I was playing, I was playing.
Big it. You said lifestyle.
Yeah.
Lifestyle. Piggyback off that. We were speaking before we turned the camera on, and you was telling me that you're in a poly relationship.
Yeah.
Uh, first off, how's that work in your situation?
In my situation, very well.
Okay.
Because communication is key. So those are. I feel like I'm not as vocal as Kevin Samuels, but I feel like I'm the new Kevin Samuels because I will hold a motherfucker accountable for what they say and what they do and their the way that they were brought up and their genetics. I believe in genetics. We don't live in a time where we believe in genetics anymore. We believe in you are who you say you are, how you believe you are, and like people don't believe that a monkey is a monkey and a giraffe is a giraffe anymore. We don't we what but I still very much believe in science. You know what I'm saying? So I hold science accountable pretty much every time. So I have a relationship that I created out of my brain. It's a rare situation, but it works for me.
Right. I understand. Uh, so what led you to getting involved in that lifestyle?
A lot of men don't feel like they can be themselves, and a lot of men feels like if they operate within their genetic makeup that they are called hoes or ain't us, or you know what I'm saying. And I don't necessarily believe in that. I believe a man is here to plant seed. I cannot sit here and say that it makes it right or wrong.
Okay.
I say men are prone to planting seed. Is all I'm saying. If a person can just take what I'm saying as what I'm saying.
Okay.
A man is prone to giving seed. So a man doing that will lie and say he's not doing that to a woman who he chooses just because a woman piques his fancy. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say it like, you know what I'm saying, they do. You know what I'm saying? Just because a woman looks a certain type of way, he will indulge. A woman just don't look at it and just be like, oh, well, I'm finna no. Well, they gotta talk to him first. They just not gonna just pull the fine thing in the bathroom. If they do that, that's what make them a hoe. That's what make them. That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy because you going against the grain. You going against the grain. Most women don't do that. They gotta hear. They gotta hear how you talk. What's your family life like? Can we at least agree on something before I just dive into you? As soon as they find and a frivolous, or a woman who just with the shit will just find any reason to agree with you. They'll just be like, oh, we agree on this point. Okay, I'm on this. You know what I'm saying? But once you go there with them, the first time, cool. But if you decide you want to do it again, now she feel like, oh, this nigga wants something from me. Okay, so then they ask you a question. What are we? You know what we are. You know what I'm saying? So in my situation, in my situation, I realized I was able to confront in myself that I wanted a certain I wanted something out of life that society forbid me, and I didn't take no for an answer. And I went for it and it worked out. Now it came to me first. It came to me first. A person.
So I'm clear here. You were in a relationship with one person,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Uh, and
She came to me
okay,
wanting to experience
the person you was in a relationship with
what she wanted to
to
experience.
experience something else. evolving another individual.
And we made it happen.
Right. So the two became three,
and I kept it happening because I
so
like it.
okay. But how did you reach that point where you were able to sit down and talk with the individual you were in a relationship with and be like, okay, I want to
I was already
I want to
waiting.
ask somebody permanently.
I was already waiting for the opportunity because I'm a man just like any of us. First thing a man gonna do is I gotta fix it. Okay, I gotta fix
Fix
it.
that because I don't know.
Not the first thing. Not the first thing. What I am gonna say is, in 2024, it is very rare that you find a man who not gonna cheat on you, and it's very rare that you find a woman who not gonna cheat on you.
Rare,
Trust,
but it does exist.
I can't always. I'm on camera, and I cannot always speak to exceptions to a rule.
Okay, let me elaborate.
We're talking about a general statement.
Right.
So any statement that I'm making here on camera is general.
Right.
Okay.
But rare does exist.
Because I mean, my situation is rare.
Right.
I don't know us. I don't know nobody who got what I got going on.
But the rarity of a man or woman not cheating does exist. You looking at one.
So listen, what I'm saying is, and I understand that a man may not cheat on his woman.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm going to say is, if you have a one-off situation, then you are lucky and blessed to have a one-off situation. How old are you? If you don't mind, I keep asking you that because that's important.
I'm 34.
That's important. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We are in our 30s.
Correct.
Our kids will not grow up like us. You got any kids, bro?
6.
You got 6 kids?
Mm-hmm. Look like that on camera. I can see you. I'm gonna see this when I go back and edit.
You got 6 kids?
Yeah, do I need to cut that out?
Yeah. No, don't cut it out. They need to know this. Cornell got 6 kids, y'all. Hell no, that's crazy, okay? That ain't little bro crazy. Like, nah. Nah. But what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, okay. So let me put this out here for it, so that people understand where Swayyvo specifically coming from.
Now, hold on. Don't take it as though I'm judging you because I'm not.
I don't feel judged.
Okay. I don't want you to feel no judgment there.
I don't feel judged, but I do want to make it very clear of life is exactly what you make it.
Correct.
I believe that what you want to see out of life, you can receive if you work towards it. There is not a rule on the planet that can keep you from becoming what you desire to become. Okay. So at first I wanted to be a player and I was that.
Okay.
But then the consequences came to me and it turned out that even though I thought that I was a player, I was actually a fuckboy because I was lying. I wasn't real.
Gotcha.
I wasn't authentic.
Gotcha.
So now I'm the realest nigga and the most authentic nigga because I was able to get what I wanted out of life, out of being raw, real, and the truth.
Gotcha.
There's nothing that could come to them and be like, Swayyvo said Swayyvo lied to you. That nobody can ever come to, but they've been based on everything. They know everything. They can't nobody come to, you know what I'm saying? We good. We good. So it's just certain stuff like that.
So has there ever been any problems? I mean, this is after, because I'm assuming y'all invited somebody into your relationship and then you wanted to participate with both of them. So you were lying to both of them to participate with both of them. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't lie to participate with both of them. I'm actually late for dinner right now.
I know. I heard the phone call.
Yeah, exactly. So
so at no point you were never lying to either one of them?
Okay, so at first, I was untruthful. I was.
Gray area, boy. I hear you.
I was. No, I was untruthful.
Gotcha.
But I didn't know. I was untruthful because I was being how most men are.
Gotcha. And I
Childish,
feel like that's what I gathered from what you were saying.
childish. I was childish and wrong.
Okay.
I disrespected a really good woman, and I didn't have to, bro. I didn't have to disrespect her.
Yeah.
She loved my dirty jaws, bro. Not that that's why I'm not gonna say her name because I don't wanna, you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
she loved me, bro, and I really like. I didn't respect it because I was childish and I didn't respect myself to know that I was king and I could have what I wanted out of my kingdom if I just claimed it. It was my fault. It's not her fault. She not dumb, stupid, nor none of that. She just saw the better in me what I didn't see.
Now
You
this
know
is
what
the
I'm saying?
one that you started a relationship
This
with.
is what I started with.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I started with. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, I went through a phase where, like, bro, I became Swayyvo, bro. Like, niggas got popping, bro. Niggas started getting, I could have anything. My options got, hey, bro, Cornell, bro. I'm telling you, TheC&PNetwork. My shit got crazy, bro. That shit got crazy, bro. My options got crazy, bro. I mean, I'm sure hers will because she turned it into herself. You know what I'm saying? So hey, bro, you
So
get
will
what you
you be
saw.
okay if she decides she wants to further this relationship and add a male to the situation?
No, that's different.
That change the whole dynamic.
Yes, because yes, bro, because you're going against the grain. We were not man and man.
No, I'm not saying man and man become physical, but I'm talking about far as like okay today.
Okay, but we physical.
Right.
You understand?
You talking about
Yeah. Okay, bro. I gotta say it. It's like because everything is not for the camera. So it's like as much as I love everybody who gonna watch, as much as I fuck with everybody who watch, but I do want to keep my household under wraps.
I got
But
you. You can say next question. I got you.
I do wanna speak on it. I do want to speak on it because this is important because a lot of women come into these situations thinking that they can do everything that the man can do.
Okay.
And part of now, if you one of these left wing, like if you are on if you are on the spectrum, I do not expect you to agree with what I'm saying, and that's okay.
Okay.
I'm not saying what I'm saying is scripture and right.
Right. You saying what works for you?
But I'm not just me.
Oh, of course.
I also want to clarify.
You,
Nah,
oh, you okay? I get. You're right. Now, but generally speaking, in this conversation between me and you, with the discount of this camera, I I don't participate in that lifestyle.
I can't.
I prefer one. However, what works for you is two.
And I'm not saying that I have to have to. I'm saying that was that was what came before
I got
me,
you.
and it so happened to work.
I got you.
So it's not
It's
that I
working
was
in your
like
situation.
I didn't come into a situation being like, hey, I think this is what I want.
Right.
I never said that, not one time.
Got you.
But I did recognize the opportunity and be like, you know what? This could make sense.
I got you. Well, I hope y'all are thankful. Y'all just learned something new about Swayyvo. Uh
I Y'all should tap into my social media. I will talk about that more and more as it progresses. I'm not all the way comfortable in talking about a CNP. He know, hey bro cold at what he do. Bro cold at what he do.
I
So I wasn't
appreciate it.
all the way at ready to talk about that. But what I do want people to know is to keep an open mind and we gonna go into 2025 together.
Dig it. Hey, I man, look, it's just as simple as you saying something, bro. I mean, mind you, you have all the right to say next question. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you choosing to share that with.
I'm going to share, bro.
I appreciate it. But man, what's next for Swayyvo?
The album for sure. Me and Trifecta finna pick back up. We for sure finna do these next 3 events. Be looking out for Ox Wars. Be looking out for Midsummer Magic. Be looking out for the album release party coming up on October the 19th. I will follow me on any platform at SWAYYVO. I will be posting where I'm gonna be at for this because I want anybody far and wide to come and support this because this is not just necessarily for me, but this is a launch for all of us artists and entrepreneurs. There's a logo that I'm launching and it's a clock with the infinity symbol inside of it, and it's just basically representing that artists last forever, that don't consider the time limit or don't be like, oh, I'm getting too old to do whatever you feel like is your art. You have forever until you are not here anymore to do that. You don't have a time limit. Even after you are not here anymore, your art that you did create will live on. We live forever. Artists live forever, and I will die about that. So that's what I'm not letting you are. That's basically what that stands for.
Dig it. Dig it. Anything you'd like to add to this before we get out of here?
I appreciate TheC&PNetwork for doing what he do. I know that this is gonna become a conglomerate of people that work for this network, bro. I know that this is gonna become a major platform for anybody who's doing anything creative or anything innovative. And I'm pleasured and honored to be able to share some of my story and on this platform. And
Appreciate it.
I want anybody to that sees this to know that you have that you will be welcome with open arms if you ever decide to come on this platform, and I recommend this platform.
I appreciate it, brother.
For sure.
For real, man. Hey, let everybody know where they can find you on social media and online and where they can get the music.
SWAYYVO. 2 Ys because I'm 2 Ys. We going up and we not never going down. The stagnance is against the law. That's the only law I have. We gonna go up forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah, as long as I got people like TheC&PNetwork working with the boy.
Bro,
For sure.
you officially been verified, bro. I appreciate this. We definitely got to do it again. That man, there's
For sure.
there's a lot of questions I ain't even get to. I'm being
For
honest.
sure.
We're gonna
Okay.
definitely do this
Okay,
again.
let's do it.
I appreciate your time.
For sure.
I appreciate you being willing to share and give a side of you to the platform, bro. Till next time.
For sure. Till next time, man. We out of here, bro. Thank you